This is quite literally the perfume that I've been trying to find my entire life, and I have found it. If all my perfumes could disappear right now, I'd be okay with that because I had this one. Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. I am genuinely so excited for today's video because I quite literally cannot believe that I'm working with this brand and I have these perfumes here with me right now. I'm so grateful that I get sent amazing products because these are genuinely things I would have spent my money on, and so the fact that they reached out to me and I'm trying out amazing brands that I've always wanted to try out is just such a surreal moment for me right now. So you guys know that I'm always hauling fragrances on here, and mainly I focus on more affordable perfumes. But every time I do my affordable perfumes, I do get people in the comments telling me to try to venture out and try out niche perfumes. I've only tried out a handful of niche fragrances or just more high-end fragrances in general. And mainly, I'm not gonna lie, I've stuck to more of like the mainstream niche perfumes. But the beauty of niche perfumes is that they are so unique, and so I've always wanted to venture out and try out some scents that nobody really talks about. But as we all know, niche perfumes are not cheap, so it's not like you can just go into it and blind buy a $400 perfume. In today's video, I'm working with ScentsAngel.com. They sent over 3 of the full-size fragrances that they have on their site, as well as a travel size fragrance and a sample. On their site, you're gonna find a wide range of rare, high-end, and niche perfumes that are not commonly found in your typical department stores, which is amazing because I think in this day and age where fragrance is becoming so popular and it seems like people keep talking about the same perfumes, when you get into the niche perfume world, you really get that originality, and they're super signature scent worthy. They just have that unique factor that typical designers just can't give you. So I'm so grateful to be working with Scents Angel on this video. Thank you so much for reaching out. And if you see anything on their site that you would want to pick up yourself, I do have a code, which is Xenia Dempsey, for 10% off at checkout. And let me show you the perfumes that I picked that they sent over. So with that said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. So the beauty in their website is, although they offer niche perfumes, with each of the perfumes that are on their site, they will give you buying options between the full-size perfume, obviously. But if you don't want to go the full-size route and pay all that money right away without really knowing how that perfume smells like, and a lot of the times with niche perfumes, a lot of them are solely sold online, so it's not like you can even go out to the store and smell a tester. So with a lot of them, unfortunately, you do have to resort to just blind buying and really doing your research beforehand. But something that they offer that makes the whole experience not as risky, you also get an option if you want to pick between a travel size, which is 10 milliliters, and a 5 milliliter sample size that you can purchase, which is obviously going to be super cheap in comparison to the full size perfume. And with that, you're not really risking much, and once you get that sample and you really try it out, then you can go ahead and decide if you want to go back and purchase that full size and the full size price. Let's get into perfume number 1. This one is actually one that I've actually heard a lot about. As soon as I saw that they had this on their site, this is one of the first that I had to choose. This perfume is by MMMFF, and this is Ylang in Gold. This perfume actually comes in a different packaging, which looks like this, but they have this special edition packaging with this. Another thing I just love about niche perfumes is the presentation. I mean, the packaging just looks so luxe, which makes sense, and you would expect paying the kind of price point. But everything about the perfume, obviously the scent is amazing, but the whole aesthetic and presentation of most niche perfumes is really thought out, and it just feels like you're holding a luxe piece of fragrance. I love this bottle with the gold leaf little accents. This is one of my favorites for sure. I'm gonna try to rank these from which one I love the most to not really which one I love the least, because I'm not even gonna lie. I love every single one of these, and they're all so different, so it wouldn't be fair to rank them from like best to worst. I'm just gonna rank them from my favorite, and then everything else that follows is just a little bit behind it. Ylang in Gold is the creamiest floral scent I have ever smelled. This smells like a hot surfer girl, but she's not wearing this perfume to go to surf. She's wearing this perfume to go out to dinner, where she's really showing up and showing out with her outfit, and she has this amazing smell that kind of smells a hint of beachy but also bougie, sexy, creamy florals. The reason why I'm mentioning Server Girl and this whole beachy vibe is this perfume really gives me this tropical feel without at all being like suntan lotion or anything like that. This has ylang ylang, which can oftentimes give off that beachy sort of scent, but it also has coconut. So the two together are really, really prominent in this. That coconut just gives everything this creaminess. Everything is so well rounded in this. This has citrus and geranium to open up with, and in the middle you have ylang and sandalwood, but the base, which is what you're gonna get the most out of this perfume, and pretty much the two notes that kind of encompass everything else are gonna be coconut and vanilla. It's a delicious combination of both that is so almost like tonic feeling. This perfume is so good. I honestly don't know where this ranks right now because I'm super obsessed with it, but then I get to the other perfumes and I also love them. So maybe I regret saying that I'm gonna rank these because it's honestly really, really hard. But let's go to the next perfume. Next one that I have in full size is the Merchants of Venice Venezia 21. This has this little sleeve. You take it out and then it opens like this. Beautiful illustration. I'm telling you, perfume is art. And here is the fragrance itself. It's just lying in this like bed of gold, and the bottle itself just, I mean, first of all, this has some weight to it. It's heavy. Another thing with niche perfumes is you are paying that high price point, but in my experience, you never have to worry about longevity when it comes to niche perfumes. They are all, for the majority, powerhouses. Even ones that are not powerhouses in the sense of like crazy projection, they all last 8+ hours. They are super, super long lasting. So I'm not even gonna say for each one that they're long lasting because I'm telling you this right now. All of these last 8+ hours on the skin. This perfume has top notes of praline, cinnamon, and saffron, middle notes of agar wood, which is oud, patchouli, and akigala wood, and base notes of vanilla, incense, patchouli, and sandalwood. So as you can tell from the notes, this one is a little bit more intense. As soon as you see oud in any perfume, you know that it's gonna have that expensive and really just intense powerhouse beast mode type of scent to it, and this perfume definitely has that. This is a sweet, spicy, definitely I'm getting a lot of vanilla, so although the oud is very much there, it's also very well rounded by this delicious sweet, I mean, you get the praline as well. So the praline with the vanilla are definitely standing out to my nose a lot in here, which I love. This is a sweet vanilla to another level. This is not just your regular old designer vanilla fragrance. This is vanilla with a punch in the best way. It's got spice, it has a woody feel, it's a little bit smoky without being too smoky. It's the perfect balance of everything. This is so sexy. If you wear this on a date night, your smell is going to be unforgettable. I promise you. It's so dark and alluring and mysterious, sexy, sensual. I just picture wearing an all black outfit with bright red lipstick, pin straight hair, chunky hoops. I don't know, that's just the vibe that this is giving me right now. It's all sexy vibes through and through. And then the next perfume I have in full size is this Moresque Perfume. This is called Setta. And here is how this one opens up. Beautiful bottle. These are all like pieces of art. This is what this bottle looks like. It is absolutely stunning. And if you are a vanilla girl and you want a vanilla that is vanilla more than anything, but a very special vanilla scent, this is gonna be the scent to get. This is an intoxicating vanilla like you've never smelled vanilla before. This is sort of a resinous vanilla with a whole lot of amber intertwined, some spiciness coming from the saffron note, a lot of sandalwood that kind of gives an edge to that vanilla. So this is definitely not going to be your typical body spray vanilla or even regular designer vanilla. This is a really complex vanilla, but when you smell it, you know you are smelling a vanilla fragrance. It's just a very unique blend of a vanilla perfume. And here you have top notes of saffron, bergamot, and lemon, middle notes of myrrh, ylang ylang, and base notes of vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and benzoin. This is super warm and cuddly, but also sensual and sexy. Pretty much an ambery, resinous vanilla. That is the best way I can describe this. So sexy and almost aphrodisiac like. And then the last two scents that I have here, let me start with this sample first. This is Pantheon Roma A Special Edition. So this is what your 5 milliliter samples are gonna look like. With these, you honestly get a very generous amount of product considering it is a sample. The amount that you get here really will let you try out the perfume to the fullest so that you really know for sure if you want to purchase it in full size. And I love that they are sprays and not roller balls. Like, the fact that they took the time to do that is just 10 out of 10 for me, because a lot of the times with samples especially, 9 out of 10 times it's usually a roller ball or some sort of weird component situation. I just like a spray. And thankfully with this, you get a spray. The notes for this are delicious. So in here you have top notes of mango, coconut, and pink pepper, middle notes of jasmine, sambac, iris, and orchid, and base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, amber, musk, and patchouli. We have some absolutely like mouth-watering notes in here, starting off with the mango and coconut. You know it's gonna have this fruity. Okay, so they're leaf blowing out there, so I've closed the blinds because they're probably gonna be walking back here. But let's get back to this perfume. For some reason, in part, this is kind of reminiscent of Herba Pura to me, just a little bit. It's definitely not the same. It's very, very different, whereas Herba Pura is mainly just fruits and a lot of it. This has the fruits, but it has a perfumey, sexy element at the same time. And so I really love this. I feel like for a niche perfume, which normally niche perfumes have that wow factor and they're super unique, I think this is a very tame niche perfume. So if you could blind buy any niche perfume, this would probably be it, because it just smells sexy, it smells feminine, but there's nothing really too punchy or polarizing in it whatsoever. It's just through and through really great fruity floral kind of fragrance. And then the last perfume. This perfume I have in a travel size, but this is going to be my next perfume purchase in full size. I don't care, I will buy this with my own money. This is the perfume that I've probably been searching for my entire life. And I'm literally not even exaggerating when I say that. You guys should have been there when I opened up this package. I had my husband with me, and when I opened this package and I started smelling all the perfumes, and I was super impressed by everything. And once I got to this one, I was literally screaming. I was opening this package in the car and my husband was driving, and I was screaming. I was like, oh my God, this is the perfume that I've been searching for my entire life. Like, I have a collection of over 200 perfumes at this point. I don't even know. I haven't counted. I have no idea. But at one point I had over 300 perfumes. Moral of the story, I've smelled a lot of perfumes, even beyond what I have in my own collection. And when I tell you, this is quite literally the perfume that I've been trying to find my entire life, and I have found it. And I'm gonna definitely be buying a full size. And I literally told this to my husband. I'm like, if all my perfumes could disappear right now, I'd be okay with that, because I have this one. I know I'm really hyping this up, but trust, I really, really love this. Like, I'm not just saying this. Literally, I'm telling you, even though I'm sponsored for this video, they did send this to me. I'm telling you right now, I will be buying this myself in full size. I don't even need to be sent this. I'm just that sure of it. This is by Xerjoff, and this is called Noxos. First of all, the whole house of Xerjoff is amazing. I mean, we have Herba Pura, now I have this, and that's really all I've smelled. So I know it's kind of pathetic to say that, but two perfumes that are 10 out of 10s. This even more for me. I'm definitely interested in trying out way more Xerjoff perfumes. This perfume, I don't know how to describe this perfume. I was literally describing it to my husband when I was smelling this as a perfume that you smell when you're walking around the airport. I don't know if that makes sense necessarily. This is unisex, by the way, and I actually sprayed it on my husband today because he was going to work and he had run out of his perfumes, and I'm like, oh my God, wear this. And I sprayed it all over him. I could not stop sniffing him. But it is unisex enough where I think it works perfectly for me and for him. So I feel like once I get the full size, he's probably gonna steal it a lot from me. So I'm gonna have to probably hide it. So this perfume has top notes of lavender, bergamot, and lemon, middle notes of honey, cinnamon, cashmere, and jasmine sambac, and base notes of tobacco leaf, vanilla, and tonka bean. I have no idea how to describe this because to me, this is so well blended where nothing really stands out. But I'll tell you this, the honey is honeying in here. It's sweet, but it's musky, sexy. It has a bit of this tobacco feel, definitely just has a little edge to it in the best way. And this is a bit of a shapeshifter perfume. And what I mean by that is Obviously, like I said, it's unisex, but when I spray it on my skin, this turns really feminine, and it still has that edge to it, but it smells more feminine. And then when I spray it on my husband, it takes on more of a manly cologne sort of feel, but it does not smell that way on me. So that's why I'm calling it a little chameleon of a fragrance. I think it just adapts and mixes really well with your skin chemistry. But wow, this perfume, not only did I fall in love when I first sprayed this, it was a love at first spray, but the more and more it dries down, it just gets better and better and better. I will say though, when I first sprayed it out, immediately what came to mind is not a dupe whatsoever, but it has a little hint of Mugler's Alien to me. It's like Alien if Alien was a million times more expensive smelling, even though Alien already smells amazing and it's one of my favorite perfumes. This just takes Alien up a million notches. It's just an amplified version of that, if anything. And I believe that definitely has to do with the jasmine sandbag that's in here. That's kind of giving me a vibe to Alien, but dare I say, I love this more than Alien. It just has more to it. It feels more refined to me. It's very smooth. I personally don't find it very polarizing. I fell in love with it. My husband fell in love with it. I think this is super elegant and so sexy. Honestly, probably the sexiest perfume I've probably ever smelled in my entire life. So that officially concludes this entire video. Those are all the perfumes sent to me by Scents Angel. Again, huge thank you to them for reaching out and sending over these perfumes and working with me on this video. I'm gonna be working with them again, which I'm so excited about because I've had a great experience. These perfumes were amazing and I cannot wait to try even more perfumes on their website. So if you go on their website, which I highly recommend you do, I'll have it linked in my description box, but go on over there and let me know any perfumes that are on there that you would like me to review, and I will keep that in mind so that the next time I work with them, I review those perfumes for you. Let's now get to ranking these perfumes, which this is not going to be best to worst. It's gonna simply be my most favorite to a little bit less favorite. Still all love. I know it's a really weird ranking, but I'm not joking when I tell you I love every single one of these perfumes, just in entirely different ways. I'm just gonna tell you which ones I love a little bit more. So starting off, my number one, of course, Noxos by Xerjoff. Number two would be probably Ylang in Gold by MMMFF. Number three, Merchant of Venice, Venezia 21. Fourth place, the Secret Collection Setta. And in last place, I'm gonna put the Pantheon Roma A Special Edition perfume, only because in comparison to these four, I feel like these really bring that wow factor, niche perfume. You smell like nobody else. And not saying at all this smells bad, because it smells incredible, but to me this gives me more designer vibes than the other ones, which is really good because like I said, that aspect makes this a really easy blind buy. I'm just gonna rate it last because of that reason. And if you see anything on their site that you would want to pick up yourself, I do have a code, which is Xenia Dempsey, for 10% off at checkout. So yeah, those are all the perfumes I tried from Scents Angel. Again, huge thank you to them for working with me on this video. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!